Hello everyone, you're on a Cinema.Fashion channel and today we're going to talk about fashion trends for the coming year 2024. I know the topic isn't new for you and the most fashion bloggers and experts have already shared their forecast based on the latest designer collections and their own analysis. But I've decided to take a different approach. In today's world of internet, each of you can view all the latest collections and read a comprehensive analysis to each specific collection in practically every thematic publication online. So today, I won't be talking about sequins and flared pants in couture collections, but about global fashion trends based on the analysis of giants like Instagram, Pinterest, and Pantone.
Rack it up, I got a bit of the bank to make me a safe house. Shake it up, she got her hands on her knees and she bringing the cake out. Smoke it up, I got some gas, some packs, I'm up in the greenhouse. Ball it up, I'm with the gang, we taking shots off the rebound. Fucking my posters, say now.
Every December, the Pantone Color Institute announced the main shade for the next year. This time it's Pantone 13-10-23 Peach Fuzz. According to Pantone experts, these colors speak to a newfound sense of freedom, igniting creative potential for reimagining the future. This is reported on the company's Instagram page. A warm and cozy shade highlighted our desire for togetherness with others and the feelings this creates. Pantone 13-10-23 Peach Fuzz presents a fresh approach to a new softness. Subtly sensual, Pantone 13-10-23 Peach Fuzz is the heartfelt peach hue, bringing a feeling of tenderness and communicating a message of caring and sharing, community and collaboration, the message reads. In addition to the main color, Pantone has named the top 10 shades for the runways of spring 2024. Rubious tea, a rich red with woody undertones, watercress vibrant green with a hint of pepper, pastel lilac soft lavender that almost evokes sweet aromas, they say, and copper green blue reminiscent of the azure waters of the Mediterranean grotto. While Pantone unveils new feelings of freedom, Instagram in collaborating with trend forecasting company WGSN delves deep into Generation Z culture, revealing insight that will shape fashion trends next year. Surveys indicate that in 2024, Generation Z individuals are focused on sustainable fashion, not just fast fashion. They're embracing fashion practices such as buying less clothing, recycling outfits, supporting local manufacturers, and opting for second-hand purchases. Personally, this trend does not surprise me. Every new generation seeks uniqueness and authenticity. However, in the world of mass production and globalization, standing out with originality becomes increasingly challenging for each new generation. By the way, I discussed this trend in one of my latest videos. You can find the link on the screen. And to stay updated on all the latest videos, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon and share your thoughts on the new fashion trends. Which trend turned out to be the most unexpected for you, and which of the recent trends would you gladly say goodbye to? Thanks in advance, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comments. As for fashion trends, their forecast includes simple clothing, a preference for vintage styles, recreating old looks, frugality, wearing clothes in unexpected ways, and the growth of handmade items. Nearly one-third of Generation Z representatives shared that they aspire to be more creative, creating their own style, and they want to discover their own aesthetic. The key for them is to be individualistic and wear clothing that makes them comfortable. Zoomers also express a desire for self-expression through perfumes. Survey participants also noted that their favorite beauty tips include advice on hairstyles and skincare. However, they would prefer to leave the trend of shaving eyebrows in the past. Pinterest has analyzed almost 500 million users to pinpoint trends that will be at the height of popularity in 2024. They have shared these trends in a company blog and they cover a wide range of ideas across various topics including style, interior design, beauty, and more. Today, let's focus on fashion. In 2024, Generation Z and millennials will be seeking inspiration from the Jellyfish, a gelatinous sea creature. According to the company analytical data, searches for the jellyfish haircut, a bob hairstyle with elongated layers underneath, have surged by 615%. Another cosmetic trend will be a retro blue shades, reminiscent of the stylish color palette of the 60s. Searches for aquamarine makeup and blue chrome makeup have increased by 100% and 70% respectively. As for clothing details and textures, both will continue to be beloved decor element in 2024. The number of search queries for bow outfit and bow necklace has grown by 190% and 180% respectively. The most popular texture is metallic, becoming a favorite choice for both manicures and accessory hardware. Similar to Instagram, Pinterest also emphasizes the growing popularity of retro styles, vintage and handmade. Searches for retro clothing and layered cardigan have risen by 130%. The most popular style in terms of search popularity is the eclectic grandpa style. This trend involves incorporating retro clothing and layering knitwear in shades reminiscent of the 70s. There is also a growing interest in the economical and ecological use of items. The search query small wooden DIY projects has skyrocketed by 1,220%, while crafts with recycled materials has increased by 140%. Searches for zero-waste sewing patterns and scrap quit patterns had grown by 80%. The international content platform Deposit Photos has released its annual forecast Creative Trends Realms of Reality. This project presents style, themes, and ideas that will shape the creative world in the coming year. It's based on market analysis, search queries, insights from international experts, and the 15 years of experience from the Deposit Photos team in visual communication. The world hasn't moved on from the wave of pink eye aesthetic that swept over it after the release of the Barbie movie. Vibrant colors, baby doll dresses, and California-style homes, all elements of the trend called Barbiecore. However, other popular color palettes are already rising to fame, including Wes Anderson film palette, Animacore, and Retrofuturism. Since customers, especially the younger generation, often see brands as markers of their belonging to a central community, the mega aesthetic become an incredibly promising tool for both marketers and stylists. Among the major trends in 2023 were old money with over 10 billion viewers on TikTok and quiet luxury, which made it to Google's top searches. Due to political and social instability, Generation X and Z sought reliable support in all-time taste conservative ideas. In the new year, we will see a continuation of the trend, which along with Handmade and retro fashion poses a real challenge to the fast fashion industry, emphasizing the value of heritage and traditions through the integration of vintage elements into modern life. Another trend highlighted by the platform is the reinforcement of gender neutrality. According to TikTok analysis, users don't specify their gender. Clothing brands invest in unisex collections with a wide range of sizes, and the beauty industry release more gender-neutral products. Values will replace gender as a characteristic for brands' target audience, and artists will create works focusing on the uniqueness of their models, psychological portraits, and equality. Friends, may fashion not be a dictator for you, but remain your faithful companion and guide. Also, I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you for your attention, and bye-bye.